Buddy, it's our pleasure to be here live, and we're doing it again. I got my brother here, and we're on a mission to share the latest UFOs as they come in real time. So we want to thank everybody that's in the chat. Share this link. Tell everybody right now we're doing it. And I got to say, we've got a lot of UFO evidence tonight, and we're going to get you, the public, to join us. And we're going to be sharing the link. Let me just share this invitation link right now. And what I'm going to do is go over these videos pretty quickly, and then we'll chime in and get the public's discussion on these things. I just put the link in this chat room right now. The point of third phase of the moon is try to find out what's really going on. What is the phenomenon? And I think we're going to go over some of that tonight, including an update in regards to a video we just put up, I think a couple days ago. We have a follow-up on a certain video, and that's what we do. We want to follow up on the evidence. We don't know everything, and to get it 100% right all the time in this field is basically impossible. But we will update you if we find out what's really going on behind some of the UFO evidence. Now, let's get to this. The headline right now, everybody wants to see it. It's the ISS, NASA. Something's going on in this video, and it was interesting because it was playing during their live feed as they have their YouTube channel, NASA, and these ISS live feeds. And somebody was lucky enough to actually spot something that was quite unusual and started to take out his cell phone and start to film his screen, because he wasn't fast enough or whatever to get it on a screen recorder, but he did his best to actually get the date and time. So let's look at this real quick, and let me bring this up into the scene here. Guys, I want to get your thoughts right here on what we're looking at. Watch. Let's see. There it is. Let's start it from the beginning. So what we're looking at is something quite interesting. A craft. Look, he's actually getting the date and time, and this was shared to us by Jaime Maussan. But again, we're trying to lock down the actual original footage from NASA so we could confirm that this is in frame. But what's interesting is that some people might say it's Starlink, and I'm not exactly sure if that's the case, but let's just look at it a little bit longer here. So that's a pretty good shot of it right there. And again, I ask you, what could this be? Is it some kind of craft out there, some kind of experimental Space Force program that they're doing something more anomalies here as he pans to the right? Look at this. So we have multiple craft in the sky. This is quite amazing. Let me just pause it right there. Okay, so there's a few artifacts within this video alone, and right now I can't even tell you what this is. And then in the same frame, we're looking at this bluish craft. If that's what it is, could it be a refraction of light? Again, it seems quite large. Guys, we're going to get your opinions on this, but there is something that I did as well as far as some study, because we get these videos quite often, and people are sending it to us all the time. And I have to say, look up Starlink, Elon Musk, and then they find out that's exactly what they captured. We don't want to share any Starlink videos. Is this what we're looking at? Well, I did a little research and pulled this video up, and it's the only one that I could find of an actual sighting by the ISS of Starlink itself. And again, this thing, it seems very close, or it could be one solid craft itself. Starlink, they're individual satellites and they're separated. This seems that it's connected. So that being said, here's the video coming in from ISS of what the Starlink looks like. Look at this. So if people think that the Starlink theory is a debunk, I got to say I don't think so. I'm looking at this and it has no resemblance to what we just saw in regards to the ISS footage of that strange blue craft among other craft in the sky. So I don't think this is a Starlink in regards to this one right here. They're just totally different. So that's some of the research I did in regards to Starlink ISS sightings, and that's what we came up with. As far as what's going on here as well, I can't even explain to you what these objects are. So this is incredible. NASA, you've got a lot of explaining to do. Apparently, there's word that NASA is starting to get in on the UFO hunt, and they're going to be searching for aliens. Guys, you should be covering this kind of footage, is what I'm saying. This is where the evidence is at. The public is capturing it. Now, I think we covered this. Guys, I'm going to want to get your opinions. Let me just drop this invite once again so we could get some of your thoughts. But let me just get it to this live chat. There it is. And then let's bring up this next video. This is wild. Watch this, guys. Did you see that? A door came out of that tornado. And wow, as we look at it, once again, I know this isn't UFO phenomena, but wow, that door just almost wrecked her. But look closely within the vortex of the tornado itself. There's a car just spinning within the realm of it. This is wild stuff. Talk about a weather phenomenon. I've never seen anything like that. And I think it's legit stuff here. Guys, this is crazy. Could it be from a movie or some kind of special effect from maybe Marvel but that seems wild on how close that door came to the lady, and as well as this car just within the power of the tornado vortex just spinning. That's wild stuff. All right, let's get to something else that caught my interest. This is really cool. You know, life forms that are being discovered deep below. Could there be intelligent life? I mean, intelligent, like the movie The Abyss, where you see these kind of life forms that we are finally discovering. This is new stuff coming out. This is new biological, and it almost seems extraterrestrial in nature. Could you imagine in Europa when we actually get to the moons of Europa, well, the moon Europa, and then drill down into its ice plate, and maybe 2 miles below the ice there is actually life within the waters. They're working on that. Europa is one of the most exciting things in science, and I'm sure in biology, expectations of possibly finding life. Again, this one just caught my interest. Now let's get to this. At first I thought these were drones, but then there was something kind of quite unusual about it. I wasn't going to share this video, but then by the end of it, something bizarre happened. So let's bring this one up. Watch.
Ih, rapaz. Caiu uma coisa, hein? Mais colorido, mais verdinho aquele ali.
Tem um agora que só ficou com o rostozinho.
We're looking at these a little closer. I was just loading in another mission that just came in just moments ago, but let's cover this. We're seeing these bluish objects, orbs. They're almost like square in shape, but I'm trying to figure out actually what we're looking at here. Again, we get so much evidence, and again, I would have dismissed this as orbs. These are very strange. I would have dismissed this as drones, but I'm not seeing any kind of propeller blades, and they're almost, or whoa, did you just see that? Something just dropped off there. Look at that. Let me get up closer on that. There's something being dropped from one of these things. That's weird right there, guys. I'm gonna pull this up again and get a closer look. Do you see that? It's just spinning it out. So are these just simple drones or new kind of technology? It's You're kind of with us on a live. We do this behind the scenes all day long, looking at these things, and we want to present you the best evidence. And I'm looking at it pretty much in real time right now, and this is quite extraordinary, guys. What do you make this? So I'm pretty fascinated about this in regards to, at first it seemed pretty mundane, but to see it like this, where something's actually being ejected from this object, this bluish plasmic. Is it plasmic? Is it like a solid object? I'm not exactly sure. What are these things? Let me just put this back. And again, people are starting to build up. And I got one more video that I want to show you. And I just received this just moments ago. And the UAP phenomenon has brought up the idea of, USOs, underwater phenomenon. What are the ramifications if these things could be transdimensional from space to air into water, moving at these kind of speeds as we're hearing? Again, I kind of think that maybe we've cracked that technology and we're trying to prove that. And it's something that's our whole mission in third phase, to get to that technology. Is it ours or is it something otherworldly? We don't know. And we're trying our best. Right here, some people might say it's actually a USO. So let's take a close look at this. It's fast. So keep your eyes peeled. Watch. So here's the story behind it. This came in from Twitter. David Sugarman, he just returned from Miami Air and Sea Show and was reviewing his footage. Curious to what y'all think about this. He says it blazes past the screen and it looks like it came from the water. He said he shot the video in slow motion of the thing that was coming out. Yeah, this video is extremely slow motion. And I'd imagine whatever this object is that we're about to see moves at an incredible rate of speed. And could it just be an insect? After doing some enhancement on it, I'm not quite convinced. So let's watch this. So it's right there at the bottom right corner, and then it shoots up to the left corner super fast. It's in slow motion here. Again, look at it. We're repeating it. I got really close on this thing. There it is. It almost looks like a metal cube at points. And it's just kind of tumbling. But again, this thing shot up within a second of the video. This video doesn't last more than a second. And it just moved by extremely fast, because we could almost rate the speed of the jet as it's passing by. Is it coming from the water, as the eyewitness stated? That's what I'm trying to see that as I get a little closer here. So you guys see that in the this live premiere? I know this object's pretty small, but in comparison to the jet, it is in close proximity. So this is kind of compelling footage. I'd say it's a little bit better than the footage that was just released in regards to some FLIR objects that appeared to be birds, according to a lot of people in this field. And I see people are actually building up. So let's bring in the public. I think we need to get the public's opinions on this. So again, let's stick to the topic of the subject matters that we just showcased tonight. So let's bring in how you doing today?
Midge Prime, how you doing?
Good. Where you calling in from?
Calling in from Houston, Texas.
All right. Oh,
I've been
cool. So
I've been listening to you for years, and as far as on that first film,
yeah,
it kind of looks, because I've always told people a lot of Hollywood movies, they give us a little bit of information, and it's just for us to decide to what it is. It looks like a ship coming out of hyperspace, or possibly some kind of ship that's already out there that's shooting some type of laser.
let's back this up really quick. Boom. Let me see. It happened May 25th, 2022. So, hey guys, if anybody could track down the original footage so we can make sure that this is indeed locked on to NASA's feed, because we wanted to get NASA's footage. So there again, that is the times stamp date of this actual event. Again, so you're thinking it's some kind of craft that came out of hypersonic speed and
Right. It's either something that's coming out of hypersonic speed, or a ship that's shooting a ray, or a ship that's possibly trying to try out some kind of warp speed. It just went a short distance. And when you panned over to the left, you saw all these other objects. It's like they were just sitting there, like it was a show being put on for them.
Yes, let's pull that up. Right here is what you're referring to. And it is interesting because there's multiple craft. The thing is, this is actually real video. So in real time, it's not a photograph. So I'm just saying, if this was a laser, it would have passed at light speed. It would have been gone, but this blue. But what the heck is that? And this, again, do you think if it's a laser, it would have been shot out of the view from within a second? So
well, you see, the capabilities might be limited right now, because they got to figure out what a laser actually shoot in space compared to shooting on a planet where you have oxygen and you have an atmosphere. So it may be like the first test run. I'm just trying to use some logic.
Yeah. It's great that we're getting the public's opinions in real time. I'm just bringing in people we've never met, and we just want to think that this is the proper way of ufology. Let me bring in, let me see. You're on Argo. How you doing, Argo? What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I just thought this might be a great learning moment for people. If you look at it, it reminds me of something that happened in the 80s. I think in 86, Phobos 2 was coming around, getting ready to go into Mars orbit. And the Russian Phobos 2 took 3 pictures, and one of them was what looked like basically that thing. And it was estimated to be 20 kilometers long, I think, and 3 kilometers thick. And it just really looks like that.
So
Wow.
Can anybody tell me what the heck this is? This is pretty big right here, because everybody is talking about the blue craft, and whoever spotted this, good job. And let's get the original video. I did share the exact date timestamp of this event, and I'm thinking this is some huge breaking news in regards to what we're looking at. And I can't tell you what these are. Again, escort crafts that want to observe the other event.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Escort craft is probably a great explanation of what they are. Some kind of support craft for whatever's going on.
Because I've said for decades now, we worry so much about space, and about 10-15 minutes ago you was talking about underwater. We have not even searched the surface of the oceans a lot. We don't know what's under there, especially when you go real deep.
So you know what I find fascinating about the thing that came out of the water?
Let's bring that up.
It's not that it came out of the water. It's not that it's a UFO. I find it a little coincidental that the jet is going over. What I find really odd is that it seemed to come out right in the middle of these people. This thing is right there where people are swimming.
Yeah, it looks like it was shot out. It's some kind of projectile that was shot out from not
Well,
really deep under the water, but kind of close.
Yeah, it's rising much faster than a balloon would in
Oh
just a
yeah,
hill and lift. This is propelled. It's like almost in a
it's
mortar
think of
a
spinning.
it
mortar
like
round.
this. Think of it like this. It's there in the water doing its job, whatever its job is. All of a sudden, an aircraft comes bolting over. Now, wouldn't that maybe be a reason to instantly quit that mission? To DD Mao
Yes,
out of there as fast as you could? That's what I see in it. I see that an alien vehicle got surprised probably by a United States aircraft and it decided in an instant it had to be out of there. But
exactly. If you
what was
if
it
you
doing
notice
before there?
if you notice
What,
it's going up, it's multi-sided because when the sun hit it, you can see shading effects.
that
Oh,
could
that's
be lights even. That
right. It could be propulsion that's making it spin like that.
It
well,
almost
when you
looks like a
say
cube as
propulsion,
well.
when you say propulsion, you think of something more that uses our atmosphere. That's the
Right,
way you would observe propulsion. The funny thing is that no one ever really observes their propulsion. They just see them moving oddly, right?
right.
Hey, let's bring in a pork chop, the pork chop express. What's your thoughts on this video?
Oh, hello there. The one with the particle lines?
Yeah, which one? The one we're looking at through the NASA feed from ISS, or
Oh, yeah. So that is very strange. It's hard to believe that that is in type of aircraft or ship. That's a weird shape, not commonly found. The cigar shape UFO is usually thicker in shape, but I mean, who knows what it could be? It's just something that's I would say it's something that's never been seen before.
yeah, it's
Uh,
not Starlink. It's a lot of
yeah,
people might just debunk this as Starlink, but we saw what Starlink looked like. Let's pull it up, and this is what Starlink. That's how you see the individual satellites, and
Yeah,
what we're
it
looking at here is nothing.
Oh
to
no,
make
it
a
doesn't.
comparison to Starlink is just literally
that's
comedy, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Well, it's just interesting, different viewpoints on this. But again, we're looking at facts, and this isn't separated. And again, these other craft here, I still can't make out. Again, pork chop.
I just
it
Any
thought
looks
thoughts
like
about.
on
it's
that?
I just
energy based.
right. I just thought about something else. If you could pull the screen out and you could show the ship and the blue beam, it looked like it may have come from the area where those two shapes are going in that direction.
All I know is again, NASA's got some explaining to do. What do you think
I
about?
would
Yeah,
I would say those two sets of ships are separated by thousands of miles, would be my guess. These two here look to be much more in the foreground than the shot of the much longer one out there. And as a matter of fact, the
Okay.
longer one out there looks like you can still see atmosphere between it. Yeah,
so
that's a
let's get
great
to
one.
this one, guys. This one's a little weird one because at first I thought they were drones, but then we start seeing, uh, most likely they're drones. But it's weird that one's spitting out another right here. It's just new type of technology of drone, in my
Almost
opinion.
like shape shifting.
Yeah.
It's
You,
too ambiguous to call,
and
would be
and
my sense.
if you look at them, they look like they're three-sided, but kind
Yep.
of puffy looking. And when you see this thing coming out of it, it's like it's coming out one of the corners of a three-sided triangle that's got has some thickness to it.
Look at the way it just spits it out. It's something's rotating. It's almost like it's rotating, and something just gets ejected out of its centrifugal force, and something's propelled out. Watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like
it
it's shooting.
doesn't just drop. It doesn't just drop straight down at a 90 degree. It was ejected.
What is that building? Because couldn't that building possibly be a site of some kind of private corporation working on some kind of
That looks
advanced?
like an apartment building to me. It looks like the top areas are probably the most expensive apartments.
No, I did look up blue drones, is like the new drone technology. And again, I believe these are drones, but none that I've ever seen before. There's these light displays, these incredible drone light displays that people put together, and they're spectacular, but they're very rigid in their motion of these drones, and to do these organic shapes in the skies, it's very rigid. These seem almost again, just kind of, they have this strange undulation about it that doesn't seem rigid.
Yeah, it's like it's rotating in on different axes.
I just saw something odd. Actually, right there when you were in that close up of that one, it looked like it had lights that were spinning, but it looked like they were spinning at an angle, which would probably be pretty hard to do actually on a drone.
Unless it's an advanced kind of drone that somebody is developing. We just don't know about yet.
It's not that one. It's this one here to the left. It's this one here to the left. It's not actually the one that's dropping something. Yeah, it's that one there. That lower one. See that?
Blinking.
See that? The lights, there's several lights inside it. That's a little odd.
Well, again, the phenomenon is something's happening in our skies, and we're witnessing it right now. And it's good just to open up the communication with the public as we're doing tonight. And I'm hoping you guys are enjoying it. Again, we are kind of a public channel where it's up to you guys to send us the footage. And just recently, unfortunately, somebody sent us some footage a couple days ago stating that this is new and something we haven't seen before. And we did cover it up on Third Phase Moon. Let me bring in what I'm referring to here. Let's see, is this it? There it is. So this is some footage that we covered, and people were kind of confused about what's going on here, stating it as new footage. There's some kind of big channels out there called Mr. Something 3 or something. I'm not exactly sure. And he's saying that this just came in and he kind of knew the source and this is new stuff. And then somebody shared that with us. And then we found out today that this footage is a couple years old. And we wanted to showcase to you that we do follow up on these UFOs. And it turns out that it comes from this YouTube channel that hasn't put up anything for about a year now. And he's just 100% UFO CGI channel. Like, you go through his whole content archive, it is just 100% CGI. And people are like trying to share this with us and trying to get sneaky. So we're going to call it out that this is a debunk, that this is nothing to worry about. So if you ever see this kind of footage ever on this particular sighting, we know that it is not worthwhile to look at. So we wanted to clear the record that there is people trying to play games out there and trying to put things up as a new kind of footage and putting it off as real. And again, we're not 100% correct at all the time. We're just dealing with the public, and it gets a little tricky. So
misinformation and misdirection, because this could be a new type of drone that's just longer. Because if you look at the black piece, that look like that could be like a cockpit or some kind of plate or something.
Yeah, I think he just said it was CGI. So
yeah, it's 100% CGI. So I'm not even going to look at that video anymore. We just wanted to clear the record quickly on that, because we don't want to really showcase that.
Can I say something here?
Sure.
So this thing here, I think, is truly alien in nature. You can see that it's actually way out there, like way out there. So these other two craft, though, the TR-3B and all of these ideas that we have of what an alien craft is and how we back engineered it and this and that. As a ufologist myself for over 3 decades, I tell you what, this here may be one of the only times that I would actually say you may actually have proof of a secret space program.
Yeah.
And I don't know that people are even seeing it that way. I'm just saying, the longer thing looks very man-craft-like, kind of. And I don't know what the globule type thing is, but Normally, if it seems as though if the alien's going to get close with something, it's like one craft, very slick. It's in out, it looks, or it's drifting by, kind of goofily looking. That thing, I don't. You may have some secret space stuff there. I mean, I'm not saying it. That's what it is, but I don't feel like it's related to that.
I think you're exactly right. And I think we've had all kinds of footage that has been seen by the public and NASA that we prove pretty much once a month that there's something that can't be explained, and we just don't get the answers. And that's what we're trying to do here. And just like the people that just chimed in, they really couldn't explain either what's going on. That's why we're sharing these videos with you. We're looking for the answers, just like you. So I appreciate you guys joining us tonight. It's a lot of fun. And again, we're going to be doing this quite a bit because I think the information in regards to the phenomenon, it's important, but then we also got to have the idea of, the public helping us out as well, because the public is truly where the information is at. And your opinions mean a lot to us. So you guys be safe. Again, my email is in the description. People have been asking us about our music. Are we going to be doing any more sounds, some tunes? We're working on it. We've got actually a few new songs that we're going to be sharing with you, some new music videos. So guys, stay tuned for that. And if you captured anything amazing out there, you submit it to us right here at Third Phase of Moon, and we'll share it to the world. Keep your eyes on the skies, everybody. Be safe. We'll see you next time.
Let's just go down the rabbit hole here for a second. Let's just assume this is some sort of adversarial or foreign technology.